All right, so what's up, everyone? Today we have the new patch in Palia, Falls Fair, Petals and Portraits. And with that patch come a few big updates. Well, one really big update, a couple other fairly big updates, I guess you could say. We're finally back in Palia after waiting 2.5 hours after the time that it was supposed to be up. I'm not complaining. I know things happen. It was supposed to be going back up at 1 p.m. Servers were still down until about 3:30, which usually happens during these big patches, especially when they're adding a bunch of stuff. There are some really big changes made in this patch, so I totally understand that things needed to be tested and worked and made sure that everything was good. And I'd rather have, the time be a little bit later than to hop on right at 1 p.m. and then everything is just totally chaos and nothing works. Yeah, I just want to take a second today to just kind of go over some of the new things that were added in the patch. So let's take a minute to just go over what's new. Also, we have cat cam going on here. She is sleeping. She's chilling. She's balled up. She's not shrimped, but she's a little biscuit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read this directly from the Palia website really quick. So Falls Fair kicks off with Petals and Portraits, bringing new stories, new ways to collaborate with Palians around the world, expanded customization, a new home line, photo mode improvements, and more. Okay, so first off, we have the civic projects being introduced, with Kilimi docks being the first one. This is the first shared global quest introduced to Palia. So the community will basically be able to collaborate on bringing a bunch of the needed supplies to complete the Kilimi docks, and you'll get rewarded based on what you contribute. Also, when the docks are completed, you'll basically open a direct route from the docks to the Royal Highlands. So that'll be pretty cool. Next, we have Talon Friendship Quest, which I'm actually pretty excited about. And actually is kind of funny because just last night, like literally less than 24 hours ago during stream, I was talking about how I really wish that they had introduced some friendship quests with Talon when they introduced her as a character, because I really liked her as a character. I liked how she was introduced and like the whole part of the story. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I like how she was introduced and the whole backstory with her and everything. So I thought that would be really cool if we had some friendship requests or friendship quests with her. So we're actually getting those, so that's pretty cool. We'll check all this stuff out in a second, but right now I'm just kind of reading through all the updates. So we do have a new lunar path, which is something that I've slacked on with most of the previous ones, because I took a break from the game for over a year. And before I took the break from the game, these were not a thing. And then when I came back to the game, there was a whole bunch of these. So I've only completed the Path of the Kitsu so far. Path of the Shred, I'm getting close to. I stopped Path of the Shred because I wanted to actually go to Path of the Tadpole, because Path of the Tadpole has a bunch of cool stuff that I really wanted for my house and clothes and all that stuff. We have the progress for the Civic Project docks, which is shown up here at the top. And then we have the new one, Path of the Great Sage, which has a whole bunch of stuff in it. The one thing that I really want from this, if it shows up in here, oh yeah, this monkey outfit, this monkey onesie. I really want this monkey onesie. Unfortunately, it is a premium one, so you do have to pay for the premium. But I mean, monkey onesie, so come on. Also, you get all of the Queen Ushindi pieces for the home line. So you get all of those from that. And I don't think any of those are locked under premium. I could be wrong. I could be missing one while I'm looking quickly here, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, you should just be able to get all of them. So that's cool. There's a couple cool bows. Those are both under premium also. Well, there's a cool bow and then a cool fishing rod. I don't know why I said a couple cool bows, but you get what I mean. So in addition to the lunar path, we also have, like I said, that new home line, the Queen Ushindi home line, which looks very cool. And with that home line, and I don't know if I think it's under the docks project. So drink mount. Yeah, so you get the sink. There's a lot of steps to this. This is gonna take a long time. You get the island, you get all the way here. You get a new stove. Look at that. You get a new stove. It's a cool stove. It's not even like, I think it's one of the coolest stoves. I really like these Queen Ushindi furniture pieces. I think they're really cool. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for that. Way more excited than I should be probably, but I don't know. I guess I get excited about stoves. I guess that's my thing. What can I say? I'm almost more excited about getting a new oven and a new stove in Palia than I would be if I got a new oven in real life. Although I would love to have a new oven in real life as well, because my oven is giving me problems. So another cool thing we have is the addition of player titles. So if you go to your collections page, go to the end here, we actually see some new player titles that you can add on to your nameplate, which I think appear at the bottom of your nameplate. Yes, they appear at the bottom of your nameplate. So you got things like Animal Whisperer, Guardian of Beasts, Guardian of the Wilds, you got Deckhand, you got Green Thumb, the Tryhard, Great Sage, etc., etc., etc. You get the point. Now you get these by just doing what it says when you hover over it. So reach ranching level 50, reach ranching level 100, bug catching level 50, bug catching level 100, and so on. So there is actually some more incentive to reach level 100 rather than just hitting 50. I know it's not like the biggest incentive, it's just player titles, but it's still kind of a cool little addition. Maybe there'll be more stuff that they'll add later on to give us more incentive to go to 100 or past. But other than just getting your level up and having these player titles, I don't know of anything else currently. There are apparently some new eyebrow and eyelash customization because, you know, we got to be looking good here. We got to be looking our best in Palia. All right, let me take my face cover off here really quick. So with the launch of this patch, we actually get 38 free eyebrow choices, and then we get 3 free eyelash choices. Now, I'm personally still waiting for some new mustache styles. Just throwing that out there. Gotta love the mustache. Gotta have the mustache. So there have been some improvements made, or not really improvements. I don't want to call them improvements. I just want to say additions made to the camera. So if you come into the camera here, you'll actually go into the effects, and you'll see that we have bobblehead and sepia as 2 added effects. Here, let me go on to selfie mode first. So we do have 2 effects. We have bobblehead and we have sepia. We could combine them. So that's a step in the right direction. We're getting some effects, and that's kind of cool. Maybe there'll be some more effects later. Maybe you'll be able to do some bokeh blur. Maybe you'll be able to do some, I don't know, just any kind of depth of field thing at all. That could be cool. You do, though, have the addition of free camera now, so you can actually fly around your surroundings and kind of get a photo from any angle. So I could get a picture of myself standing in the middle of these trees here. If I step up here, maybe I'll be right between these trees, and then I could enter camera mode and go to free camera. Yeah, I like that. Let's take that picture. So that's cool. You can kind of fly around anywhere you want and just get a bunch of different angles for photos. I actually really like that. I think that's a cool addition. Apparently we have even more expanded server player counts, with home plots supporting up to 30 players now, and the Highlands now supporting up to 50. But we're still unfortunately limited to 4 in a party as far as I know. Yep, we're still limited to 4 members in a party. That's one thing that I would like to see change, at least 6 or 8. And I'm not complaining. I know how difficult it is to implement stuff like that, and there's probably a lot of reasons they haven't implemented that yet. But I would like to see 6 or 8 people, and I understand why not, because, you know, let's say they gave people the ability to have 10 people in a party, then you're taking up essentially 20% of that server with just your friends. So, but speaking of that, they are actually talking about doing private servers for friends. So you'll be able to have a private server where you can actually even move items around, you know, just decor items and stuff, move those around in the adventure areas. So That's pretty cool. I also like kind of have a little bit of a negative feeling about that, because if they implement that, you know, and there's like no incentive to go back to, you know, the open world with everybody else, I feel like so many people will be stuck in just private servers with their friends doing everything. And I don't want to see the community aspect of this game just like falling apart. I think that's one of the best parts of this game is the community aspect of it. So I don't want to see that happen. At the same time, I think the private server thing is a really cool idea. I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work. I know it's a work in progress. I don't know if it'll be out anytime this year or if it'll be next year. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the whole community thing. If it doesn't, then I'm totally cool with that. And I think it's a really great idea. On the Palia website, it says we're also working on shared housing design features where players group items together on their home plot, save their design and placement, and then share that creation for other Palians to discover and use. So if you've ever spent any time visiting other plots in Palia and you want to feel really bad about the design of your own, you could go check some of the other plots out, especially some of the featured ones or trending ones, and let's see if I can get a good example in this one. Maybe I'll be lucky. Maybe I'll be lucky. So if you go here, let's see. I don't see anything specifically here. Or like, yeah, maybe something like this, right? It's like a gem box, right? It's like a box full of gems. It's a bunch of stuff combined to make a box full of gems. So stuff like that, people will be able to put together in the community and essentially like upload for other people to use. I really love this frog mailbox. Why do I not have a frog mailbox? Anyway, I'm gonna rate this. What does she want? Anything specific? I don't know. I think she just wants this one. All right, let's vote that, and then let's go back home. I really need a frog mailbox. But yeah, anyway, like this is gonna be exciting because I've seen some incredibly creative people making some really wild things on their plots. So being able to essentially just build cool things and share those designs for others, it'll be a really cool community addition. I'm thinking there might even be some kind of rewards implemented for those that do create and contribute. I mean, I would imagine there would be some kind of incentive for people to do that. If not, I mean, I don't know. I feel like anybody who plays this game is like very open to sharing a lot of stuff, which is the other thing that I really love about this game. Nobody wants to just like keep everything to themselves. Everybody kind of shares stuff and tips and tricks and things that you can do. So I think that'll be really cool. Sorry if I'm talking really fast. I'm trying to get through a lot of this stuff and just kind of detail all of the stuff that's in this patch without making this video an incredibly long video. But anyway, let's head down to the docks and check out the first Civic project that's been introduced. I think this is a really cool addition to the game, like just the overall gameplay. Allowing people to, you know, all have some big shared quest. I think this is a really cool way to get everybody involved. I think it would be really awesome to see other stuff in the future where you could maybe do, you know, full quest lines with your friends, like help them out. Because that's one thing that I really like wish there was more of, that you could help your friends with the main quest line in some way rather than it just be these instanced pieces where you're going into it yourself. And I totally understand why it's like that. And like, I don't think we'll ever see some of these initial quests going in that direction because it would have to be an entire rework of the game and there would be so many problems and just so much stuff that would need redone. But maybe with a new map, which I hear they're working on a new map, maybe for this year, maybe next year. So if we get a new map, they might start building more communal quests, either similar to this one or what. I know they'll start building more similar to this one, as long as this one works out well, which it seems like it is really enjoyed by people so far. Basically, you come down to the docks and you have these workstations, and I guess you can do this also from the workstation on your plot, but you essentially have these workstations, you go into them, you build the basic farmer's kit, basic supply kit, you know, whatever thing that you want to build. You're gonna need to gather a lot of stuff for it. You basically build that though, and then you come over, let's see, maybe I can build a standard supply kit? Yeah, let's build a standard supply kit too. So you can then come over here to this board, and the community is, you donate, the whole community donates. And then you get dock XP, which contributes to your dock XP here, which there are, oh god, 99 levels of, so that should be fun. It looks like you get a lot of stuff though, like a whole lot of stuff, and I don't think any of this is locked under premium at all, so you actually do get all of this stuff. I actually got that bag. I didn't even notice. I'm not paying attention. Dock Workers Reward Bag. What's in the Dock Workers Reward Bag? Let's check that out really quick. Ooh, a ruby! So yeah, a lot of cool new features. I think this will be really fun. I think this community thing will be really fun. It'll be interesting to see how fast this goes with so many players. I hope that I have enough time to contribute enough stuff that I can level up and get enough things, because I really want that stove. That's really all I wanted to do. I just kind of wanted to make this video, go over some of these new features and, you know, new things that are in this patch. I really can't wait for the Halloween patch. Of course, Halloween is my favorite time of the year, but I'm really glad we're getting into fall because, like I said, I just love fall in games. But yeah, that's it. So get out to the docks, have fun, contribute some stuff, and get your new stove, because we have needed a new stove for 3 years. Anyway, Cat Cam, she's still a biscuit. And that's really all I have to say for this video, so I'm going to cut it off here, but thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.